What if I told you that being 94, living completely alone, and still waking up every morning with more energy than many 40-year-olds isn't just possible, but is real? There is a quiet revolution taking place each morning, long before most alarms have rung, and before the world's noise takes hold. It begins in the gentle hush of dawn, when the world seems suspended between night and day, and it is here that I have learned the true secret to vitality, a secret not found in fleeting trends or bottled promises, but in the devoted, deliberate practice of simple, daily habits. I stand as living proof that age is not a sentence, but a story, one that can be rewritten each day with intention, reverence, and joy. The first chapter of my morning always begins with silent stillness and breath. For 10 uninterrupted minutes, I close my eyes and simply breathe, deep and slow, holding space for my mind to quiet and my body to speak. In this moment, there is no to-do list, no rush, no expectation, only the rhythmic rise and fall of my chest and the subtle messages my body sends me. I have learned to listen, the gentle twinge in my knee, the calm in my heart, the fleeting memory of a dream. In that cocoon of silence, anxiety dissolves, my heart settles into a steady rhythm, and my thoughts become clear and sharp. Some might call this meditation, others prayer, but for me, it is the purest conversation with myself, a daily treaty of peace between body and mind. Before I do anything else, I honor this ritual, and it never fails to set the tone for everything that follows. Next, I turn to a tradition as old as my memory, the warm lemon turmeric water ritual. This golden elixir is not just a health trend or a fleeting curiosity, it is a practice passed down by my grandmother, a whisper from the past that still brightens my present. I squeeze fresh lemon and stir in a pinch of turmeric, watching the water glow with sunlight. With every sip, I feel my digestive system awaken, my joints sigh with relief, and my skin seem to glow a little brighter. For over 40 years, I have begun my day this way, not out of obligation, but out of gratitude for the wisdom of those who came before me. In that cup, I find not only nourishment, but connection, across generations, across time, across the tapestry of my own life. After my ritual drink comes the no-talker, walking routine. I step outside, barefoot, onto the cool, dew-kissed grass, leaving behind all distractions, the phone, the news, even my shoes. I move slowly, feeling the earth beneath my feet, the air brushing past my skin, the pulse of life in every blade of grass. Science might call this grounding, but to me, it is a reminder. Beneath all the complexity of modern life, I am still an animal, still a part of the natural world, still alive in a body that craves connection to the soil. In those minutes of walking, I remember that I am not separate from nature, but woven into its fabric. The world may rush, but I don't. I walk, I breathe, I remember. The next habit is what I call memory flex, my brain's wake-up call. I recite childhood poems, whisper verses I learned decades ago, challenge myself with a bit of mental math, or try to recall all my grandchildren's birthdays in reverse order. This is not simply nostalgia, it is an act of nurturing, of pruning my mind like a beloved garden. I have seen too many friends lose their sharpness to time, and I refuse to let my mind grow wild and overgrown. By tending to it each morning, I keep my thoughts nimble, my recall crisp, and my sense of self rooted in both past and present. It is a game, a challenge, and a ceremony all at once. Before I allow a single screen to flicker to life, I turn to my hands Hands before screens. Always. I choose a simple, physical task, folding clothes with care, brewing my morning tea with precision, or brushing my cat's soft fur while she purrs in contentment. In those tactile moments, I remind my body that it is still capable, still needed, still purposeful. There is a deep satisfaction in these humble acts, a sense of control and contribution that no device can offer. Only when I have honored my body's need for movement and touch do I reach for the digital world. Perhaps these habits sound too basic, too ordinary to be powerful. But therein lies the secret. Lasting vitality is not built on grand gestures or secret shortcuts, but on small, intentional acts repeated with devotion. There is no magic supplement, no hidden technology, only rituals performed with presence, love, and daily joy. In a world obsessed with speed and efficiency, I chose consistency. While others chase after the latest hack or shortcut, I embrace slowness, intention, and the quiet power of repetition. People often marvel at my independence, my clarity, my resilience. They ask, "How do you do it? What's your secret?" And the truth is simple. I see each morning not as a routine to slog through, but as a ceremony, a way of honoring the body that has carried me through nearly a century of living. Each habit is a gesture of respect, a way of saying thank you for another day, another chance to be alive and well. What surprises many is that I have never shared these habits publicly before. I am not reading from a script, nor am I echoing advice from books or the internet. These are truths carved into the ordinary moments of my life, lessons learned in the silence of early mornings and the glow of small, repeated acts. They are not for show or approval, but for the quiet joy of living well. So if you are hearing this, don't just jot down notes or file these ideas away for later. Try them. Give yourself the gift of a mindful morning and see how it shapes the hours that follow. Because what you choose to do in the first hour after you wake does not just shape your day, it shapes your future, one habit at a time, one breath at a time, one miracle of a morning, again and again. In a world that tells us to hurry, to scramble, to chase after youth, I have found something better. I have found peace, vitality, and joy in the simple, sacred rituals of daily life. And I invite you to join me, not in seeking magic, but in making magic out of the ordinary. The choice is yours, and it begins every morning with a single breath.